Unfortunately, it's Eminem's fault that this song exists.
You hurt me, right? Guess it's hard to listen when your head is filled with purpose, right? Get marked tonight, cause bitches like you deserve to die. Get hurt inside my rhymes and it's absurd, did I?
And it's Eminem's fault that this song exists.
You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying, but my bad. I'm sorry. I forgot you were fragile.
And it's Eminem's fault that this song exists.
I'm not the white devil, neo-Nazi, cop trying to pull the trigger. You can call me what you want, but I'd still never say.
People were really gonna hate what I have to say in this video, but you know what? I don't fucking care. If you don't like what I'm saying, debate me in the comments. I love replying to comments and arguing with people. Fucking arguing on the YouTube comments is my main pastime at this point. In this video, I'm gonna give you undeniable proof why Eminem is the reason why rappers like Dax, Tom MacDonald, Crypt, Hopsin, Logic, although Logic not anymore, Logic's actually kind of a good rapper now, but back in the day Logic, Eminem's the reason why they're popular. Eminem's the reason why a lot of people still listen to them, although I guess like Hopsin's career is probably dead at this point. I don't know, I don't really pay a lot of attention to Hopsin, to be honest. Yeah, also I'm gonna be getting a little bit racist in this video, towards white people. I swear I heard my yeah, never mind, man. People in my last video, they were really not happy with what I had to say. I got a lot of comments, people called me Jewish. I'm not Jewish. The story basically begins when Eminem released the album Revival, which was an absolutely terrible project. Eminem's fans waited about 4 years for this album to come out, and it was absolutely terrible. Let me show you a few clips of it. We've got Eminem talking about his poo.
Everybody hates me, they want me to go eat some worms. Cause I swear when I get up, I'm never gonna let up till everybody eats my turds.
Yeah, we got this absolutely terrible rock rap song as well.
Black boy, we ain't gonna lie to you. Black boy, we don't like the sight of you.
And again, we have Eminem talking about his feces on a track.
Your booty is heavy duty, like diarrhea.
Yet people still like this project. Probably the same people who listen to like Joyner Lucas or Hopsin, to be honest. However, all of the normal people who heard this album thought it was absolutely terrible. And Eminem received a lot of very negative reception, which pissed him off a lot. So basically, he decided to take revenge on the music industry. His method of doing that was basically just saying, look at their albums. Their albums are bad. Their music's terrible. Don't pay attention to what I'm doing. Look, they're making mumble rap, which actually was quite effective, to be honest. Eminem decided to diss these non-lyrical rappers, like the rappers who are mumbling, using lots of auto-tune, not being lyrical enough, not being lyrical like Eminem, when he makes lines like, I must be allergic to failure because every time I get close, I just achoo, then achieve. People don't make lines like that, so they're not good at rapping. But to be fair, Eminem's criticism was actually quite good for some of these rappers. Like, he wasn't targeting rappers like Young Thug or Future. He was mainly targeting shit rappers like Lil Xan or Lil Pump or Machine Gun Kelly, who is a fucking horrible rapper. But the issue with this criticism isn't that he was mad at specific rappers, it's also that he dissed the genre associated with mumble rap as well, which I think unfortunately led to a pretty terrible movement, one which was overly corny and a little bit damaging for the music industry. He seemed to be a little bit upset that some artists depend on autotune, like for example, Future doesn't really rap without autotune. But I think that's really stupid because that's their signature style. Like, I would not like it if Yeet dropped his fucking autotune, or Future dropped it, or Travis Scott dropped it. Like, Rodeo was just lyrical, spiritual, rapping without any autotune or anything. Sometimes people use autotune as a tool to make their music sound a lot better. Here's just like a small compilation of times Eminem does this in his album Kamikaze.
Maybe a cup full of syrup and lean. Maybe I need to stir up shit preferably. I heard you mumbling, but it's jumbled and mumble jumbo. The era that I'm from will palm you, that's what it's coming to. They're asking me what the fuck happened to hip-hop. I said I don't have any answers. So why don't we make a bunch of fucking songs about nothing and mumble and bucket? I'm going for the juggler. Shit is a circus, you clowns that are coming out.
Those lines aren't targeted at specific rappers. They're targeted at any genre of music where mumble rap might come from. And what came out of this was absolutely fucking terrible. Tom MacDonald, who you might have heard of, is basically a far-right rapper who pushes his political ideology through rap music. And this is what his music sounded like before Eminem released the album Revival. And now, this is what Tom MacDonald's music sounded like after Revival, when that divide between mumble rap and lyrical rap started to be created.
Slam like the door sticks. Closet full of skeletons so heavy couldn't move them with a forklift. Your bitch probably fell in love cause you forced it.
I think it's pretty clear that Tom MacDonald tried to amend his flow to pander a little bit more to Eminem's audience. And if you still don't believe me, in his next album after Revival, he literally has a song titled The Way I Am Remix. And even later on in his career, he would purchase an Eminem beat for $100,000 and rap on it on the song Dear Slim. But Tom MacDonald finally started receiving a lot of recognition in 2018 when he released his album Death Threats, just a few days before Kamikaze came out. I think this timing is incredibly lucky because Tom MacDonald had just switched to his lyrical, spiritual, miracle individual in your swimming pool flow just before Eminem released an album about how lyrical rap is superior, and that probably pioneered his career a lot. Unfortunately, Tom MacDonald and Eminem's fanbase are pretty closely related. If you search up Tom MacDonald and Eminem on the YouTube search bar, you'll find a ton of videos of fan-made mashups with Tom MacDonald songs featuring Eminem or Eminem songs featuring Tom MacDonald. It's a really strange mix because I really don't think Eminem stands for any of the political ideologies that Tom MacDonald pushes in his music. Now, we could talk about Dax for an example as well. Dax is a massive fucking scumbag. Back in the day, Dax made a song called Black in America, which is basically just a song where he talks about like the struggles of being black in America, you know, oppression, kind of the basics, you know. He's just making a left-wing political song.
One life to live, there's no rehearsal. Black kid in America dreams of going commercial.
And then nowadays, he's collabing with Tom MacDonald. Like, this guy is intentionally going after whatever political ideology makes him more money. He doesn't hold any of these beliefs he's talking about in his music. He's just doing it for a bag. But anyways, Dax was also another guy who like kind of milked the lyrical rap is superior genre that Eminem started pushing. Just a few days after Eminem dropped Kamikaze, Dax immediately dropped Rap God Remix, which is obviously just milking off the fact that Eminem's made a new album.
I should be on top, but I'm riding a bitch. Niggas are blowing for less. I've been killing these beats and they don't want to show me respect.
And then he also dropped the song Kill Shot Remix, where he's trying to pander to Eminem's audience yet again, by pretending that he's like kind of superior to non-lyrical rappers. And since then, Dax has dropped an insane amount of Eminem fan songs, Eminem like tribute songs in his career. There are so many of them. And his music has been getting worse and worse. Like, it sounds like this now.
We are Charlie Kirk, we carry the flame.
But I think an important question is, did any good rappers come out of Eminem's kind of new genre that he pushed, his new superior lyrical rap genre? And I think the answer is probably yes, to be honest. Logic, Joyner Lucas, and Hopsin obviously got a lot of recognition from the album Kamikaze. Now, Hopsin was actually quite popular before Kamikaze, but he got even more popular because Eminem directly name-dropped him along with Logic as well.
I inspired the Hopsins, the Logic.
And Joyner Lucas got a lot of recognition because he was on one of the tracks. Now, I think Hopsin's music is absolutely terrible. I've never heard a Hopsin song that I've sat down and enjoyed listening to be honest. So I'm going to rule him out. That guy is not really something good that came out of Eminem's new genre that he pushed. Joyner Lucas is okay, I think. I'm not gonna like put Joyner Lucas in the same category as Dax or anyone like that. I think a lot of his music's a little bit mediocre, but I don't think he's a bad rapper. There are some songs that I think are quite good. I like the collaboration he did with Conway the Machine. Sticks and Stones, I think it was. That was really good. But Logic came out of this, and I feel like Logic now, I could call him a good rapper. Like, he's a good rapper. He makes good rap music. But I guess Eminem's not entirely the one who's responsible for Logic creating good music. I mean, Logic was obviously heavily inspired by Eminem, but throughout most of his career, I feel like the Eminem-inspired songs that came out of his career were kind of just shit. I guess as time moved forward, Logic kind of found his own way to create his own kind of style of music. I don't know if he completely took the styles of other people, but I think he was too close to the styles of other people, you know? I guess something good that did come out of it was Logic, you know? Like, Logic's a good rapper now. It's not Eminem's doing that Logic's a good rapper, but at least Eminem gave some recognition to him, which then allowed him to become a good rapper with recognition. I have to give Eminem credit where credit is due, I think. I guess he doesn't deserve a lot of credit. Maybe I should just take back the credit, to be honest. I don't know, man. We'll think about it. Let's do a little bit of a comparison as well. Let's listen to what Logic sounded like back in the Kamikaze days, and then let's compare that to how he sounds right now.
I mean, I already know. Check the ring that's on my finger, cause I'm married, ho. What's the conclusion, or rather my hypothesis? I'm darker than Gotham. It's like reading Nostradamus at 90 degrees. You better believe.
As you can see, the man has had a lot of improvement made in that time period. Alright, quick update. I just want to say two things. One, I heard a little bit of Logic, and Logic's actually, I know some of his old stuff is alright. I'm not going to disregard everything that Logic did back in the day. Some of Logic's stuff is pretty good. And also, I just want to make it clear, I'm not trying to say that Kamikaze made these rappers, John Lucas, Hopsin, Logic. I'm not trying to say that it made them famous. I hope no one thinks that I'm saying that. I was watching the footage back and it sounds a little bit like I'm saying that. I'm trying to say that the album kind of pioneered their career even more and made them even more famous. That's the point I'm trying to get across. And yeah, the reason why I look like this is because I just woke up. So yeah, let's get back to the video. Also, I think something pretty noteworthy today is that the Kamikaze album did cause a huge amount of people to discredit some genuinely talented artists. For example, the album Astroworld released around the same year as Kamikaze. And if you go in the comment section for any of the songs on that album, you will just see a shit ton of people from back in the day calling it mumble rap, calling it auto-tune, saying it sucks because you can't understand what the guy's saying. But I think it's fairly obvious Travis Scott is a very creative and transformative artist. You can't just be discrediting what he's doing because he's using auto-tune as a tool for his music. Astroworld is by no means a bad album. It obviously required skill to do what he's doing. Now, I want to make it very clear that I do not think it was Eminem's intentions to create rappers like Tom MacDonald and Dax. However, I don't really think anybody should be telling people how hip-hop should sound unless it's completely out of touch with the culture, like Tom MacDonald or AI-generated music. That being said, there's something that feels very off about a white guy telling people how the arts of black music should sound. I mean, I'll give the guy credit, he's definitely a big part of the culture, but that doesn't give him the authority to define what the music should sound like. Anyways, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.